Bobby Bradley was recalled from Columbus over the weekend. Jake Bauer designated for assignment. First few at-bats in the big leagues this go-round for Bobby Bradley were pretty good. He talked about kind of his approach to get back to the big leagues.
It was tough. I mean, just as it would be with, just any situation with going down. But, just knowing that I'm in a good spot and knowing that one day I was going to be able to come up and help these guys win. It's actually less pressure now. In my case, it's like with all the moves that happen, it's just like now they're looking at me and it's like I get to settle in and just get comfortable and play my game. The first, debut jitters and stuff, just like being around all the guys that you used to watch on TV. So like all the starry-eyed moments are kind of gone. And now it's just like I'm another one of the guys and I just get to go out and have fun. A lot of unlucky at-bats with hitting balls right at people. But I felt like I was in a good spot for most of it, especially just like mechanically and where I was. I had a little hiccup, probably like the last 2 weeks, just kind of like lost it, but found it again, and we're just keeping track on that, what we got.
I think when he first went back, it was a struggle for him. And we kind of understood that. I mean, we knew when we talked to him in spring training, it was kind of a bitter pill for him to swallow. So, again, part of it, you want to see how guys handle adversity, but we also knew that it could happen. Good part of it is he's been hitting for power and he's starting to swing the bat better lately.
Let's bring back in Jake Underwood from WTAM. And Jake, when you look at it, Indians need some sort of production from first base, and they just weren't getting it. So Bobby Bradley, and the interesting thing about Bradley, and he kind of touched on it, he debuted in the big leagues before the pandemic, so 2 years ago. Didn't play last year, and now came back up. So that's the gap between his major league debut and being up now. All he has to do is hit the ball. He's going to stay in the lineup and get to play. It's really that simple.
Yeah, it really is. And, I was concerned with Bobby Bradley just because we all saw the people freaking out on Twitter. He's not even hitting 170. He's not even hitting 170 in the minors. So everybody was worried about it. Everybody was freaking out. I'm glad he was able to kind of ignore that. That's that outside noise that you're always going to hear when you're in the major leagues. What I'm nervous about with Bobby Bradley is everybody's expecting him to be that next big name, that Jim Thome type guy. And I don't think we're going to get that out of Bobby Bradley just because I don't know if he's that kind of player. And I think it's an unfair expectation to put on Bobby Bradley. I need Bobby Bradley to go out there and just play the way that Bobby Bradley does. So I like that he's comfortable. You just played the clip. If you go back and if you look at how he was at 19, he was very stiff. He's, I'm really happy to be here, a little robotic. And now, he's joking around a little bit. He just seems to be relaxed. I think he realizes he's good at this. And there's a reason why they called him up. And it's because he is good at playing baseball. He's just got to remember that, stay relaxed. And if he gets going, there's no telling what this lineup could do because you just need one person to get everything started. And we're hoping that's Bobby Bradley. And I think it could be.
Yeah, and there isn't that Jim Thome type hitter, at least in the above Double-A. Double-A doesn't have the guys that are going to crush it either. Their elite level hitters are Single-A and High-A, so they're a couple years away. The one thing I would say about Bobby Bradley and the word we've gotten from the folks down in Columbus, when he starts hitting the ball to the opposite way. That means he's staying on the ball, he's driving it to right center in the middle of the field. He's locked in, and he's going to crush mistakes either way when he's locked in. So you've seen that a little bit in the first couple games. He's hitting the ball the opposite way. Those are good things. The bad things are when he starts pull happy and pulling off the ball.
Yeah, the strikeouts. The main concern for me is we know everybody strikes out. That's just the game of baseball right now. Nobody hits for contact anymore. Everybody's trying to hit it out of the park. So when you're hearing the concern about a guy is, hey, he strikes out too much, how much is he striking out? It ended up being 40% or close to it. So I can understand why there is that concern. he just needs to stay comfortable. I think we're seeing it with Owen Miller a little bit. You know, he's starting to settle down a little bit more. Just don't overthink it. There's a reason why you're here, and it's because you're good at what you do. And sometimes everybody needs a reminder of that. So especially these guys, they're young, and you know, Bobby Bradley talked about it. He's up here with guys that he used to watch. I couldn't imagine having that type of pressure. And you know, this is something you waited for your entire life. So just I think they have a tendency to put too much pressure on themselves. Tito's a good manager, so Tito will talk them back down to earth a little bit. You know, calm down, take a deep breath, take it one swing at a time, because that's all you could do. But if there's so much potential with Bobby Bradley and Owen Miller and those guys, and if they can reach half of it, the Indians are in a good spot.